Greetings, Star Wars fans. Welcome to the next episode on Starting on Cinemas, and that's Cinemas with an S. Today I'll be giving you my review on Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. As part of the Star Wars series that I'm doing on Way Back Wednesday, and it has been great so far. Now we are getting to the most popular trilogy of them all. But before I begin, if you are new to this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment on the section below, and most importantly, watch to the very end. And if you're watching this on Instagram, don't forget to follow me if you happen to stumble upon my page. Like, share on your story with your friends and family, and comment on whatever you have to say about this first timer. Let's begin. So the synopsis to A New Hope is essentially what sums up the entire Star Wars franchise. The Imperial Forces, under orders from cruel Darth Vader, hold Princess Leia hostage in their efforts to quell the rebellion against the Galactic Empire. Luke Skywalker, played by Hamill, and Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford, captain of the Millennium Falcon, work together with the companionable droid duo R2-D2 and C3PO to rescue the beautiful princess, help the Rebel Alliance to restore freedom and justice to the galaxy. Bingo. Let me tell you kids something. Let me tell my generation something. The first episode might have started the Skywalker narrative back in 1999, the Millennium. But it was Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, that opened the world's eyes to the impossibilities of cinema, to the unseen potential that could be tapped with the talent behind the camera. Through a few first-time visual effects in an expansive galaxy far, far away. With the help of the impeccable imagination and direction by Mr. George Lucas and an epic musical score by John Williams, Star Wars was born on May 25th, 1977. It was the first type of film that literally brought genuine escapism into people's lives at a time where they really needed it, because some people who were interviewed during some of the opening nights, or people who've seen Star Wars during that time when it first came out when they were young, they said that before Star Wars came out, there was a social recession, depression, in black and white. Everything was boring. Things was dull in that time. But if you were to tell me that if you were to tell somebody in 76 that they were making a movie called Star Wars, you would think, what is Star Wars? That sounds boring. I can't imagine tanks flying through the stars. Oh, no. No. Your mind would be so ignorant to understand what Star Wars really meant. But you know what? After you see Star Wars for the first time, it doesn't sound so cheesy after all. When comparing the first installment of the original trilogy with the first installment of the prequel trilogy, The Phantom Menace, it does not have a lot to work with. But looking at it from the lens of people from 1977, it was just a simple and perfect sci-fi adventure tale disguised as this overwhelming big screen roller coaster experience for general moviegoers. The simplicity and the originality that is A New Hope was just enough to stand on its own as a classic and subtle establishment to the Force. As seen in the description of A New Hope, it tells the premise of the Galactic Empire trying to rule the galaxy one planet at a time. And in the midst of all that, we see holographic peace treaties, rebel alliances, and the unsung hero chosen to become a Jedi Knight. The main characters in the original Star Wars trilogy are one of the most classic movie names in all of pop culture. You've heard them before. Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Chewbacca. In 1977, nobody had known what a Jedi Knight was. Before it came out, nobody knew what a Jedi Knight was, what the Death Star was, or nobody had heard the name Darth Vader. Or Luke Skywalker. But A New Hope made sure we never forgot these characters ever. And they did a great job. Enter Luke Skywalker. The first of many movie heroes that defined the traditional chosen one trope that paved the way for all those protagonists in cinema history that you've grown to love today. Luke Skywalker is a protagonist who wants to follow in his father's footsteps and learn the ways of the Jedi and how to use the Force. Although he always desired to get mixed in with the actions of the Rebel Alliance and their adventures in trying to overthrow the Galactic Empire. And that is exactly why he would go on this adventure in the following films. As of episode 4, Luke Skywalker is the only one with the potential to become a Jedi Knight and to bring that group of warriors back again ever since they all got destroyed. All the Jedi Knights were destroyed during the Revenge of the Sith. There was a montage of all of these betrayals happening in different sides of the galaxy where Jedi Knights were getting slaughtered. And at the last minute, Padme conceived 2 babies, twins, Leia and Luke. She died. Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader, and that's that. That's a perfect lead in to the beginning of the original trilogy where we see Leia with the Imperial Navy and Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. So just because he has the potential to become a Jedi doesn't mean he would be doing this alone. The long-lost Obi-Wan Kenobi, now named Ben Kenobi, would teach Luke what never stuck with Anakin at first, which is the ways of the light side of the Force, how to use the Force for the greater good. This decisive ambition causes Luke to cross paths with a newfound family which consists of C-3PO, R2-D2, Princess Leia, and Han Solo. Harrison Ford being cast as Han Solo, though, was one of the best things about this franchise that ever happened to this franchise, as is with the late Carrie Fisher being Princess Leia. They both brought something memorable and distinct to their roles and told us everything we need to know about these characters. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 92% score. Now, as a whole, it might be older than the prequel trilogy, but Star Wars Episode 4 made for an unforgettable first impression on the people of 1977. With the premise of intergalactic battles, like nobody could understand or imagine what that looked like. What would it look like to see a ship flying through the stars shooting lasers? Nobody understood what that feels like, but now they do. Like many generations later, even to this day, with the Disney Star Wars franchise, we understand what that feels like, what that experience and that thrill and that spectacle feels like to be in sci-fi adventures. Like the set pieces, the locations, the character designs, the generational value it has, and of course, the Force. I say it deserves 9.4 SOs out of 10. And that is my review on Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. You can let me know what y'all think of this classic in the section below, and I'll see you guys later. But before I go, I know y'all are very used to seeing me having some music in the beginning of my intros, but there's something I gotta figure out because I've been getting notified by YouTube that copyright claims are in my videos. Like this started all the way back in Rocket 3. But don't get me wrong, it's not like I was trying to use people's content without permission on purpose. I'm not that kind of guy to just take somebody's stuff and then use it as mine. I'm not a plagiarizing person. But I was more focused on making interesting intros for y'all to get engaged into the YouTube critic who has no fancy set editing software, no transitions or none of that fancy stuff, or no collectibles. Just me, a raw camera, personality, and a blank wall. That's all I have right now. But whatever I can do to keep putting music into my intros to make it authentic and to make it engaging for me, just as I can make it for y'all, I'll figure something out. I'll find a way to make it where I can legally put music into my videos without being tried or without being called out by YouTube that's saying that it's a copyright claim, that I've taken something from somebody without asking for it. And for those of y'all that have no idea how serious it is very serious. It's not a copyright strike. Like, I'm not even getting monetized for this stuff yet, but it's still a big deal, and I do not want to get into the habit of it. So, as of right now, Spider-Man 3 review is the last time you will see me use music for a while. But until then, I'll figure it out, and I'll keep bringing my enthusiastic opinions and my love to the movies that I review for y'all, so that you can watch these movies if you have not seen it. But I'll see you guys next time. Deuces!